I got to lean in. What's up, everybody? It's me again, and it's time to lean in, bitch. We're here for the Real Housewives New Jersey, season 12, episode 5. Good ass episode. Really good episode, actually. I see people in the chat over here in the chat. And if you can't tell, the panel, we are also in our pink. And my pink is a little light, as Danny let me know a few minutes ago. But but I like your pink is very deep. It's very nice, Danny. By the way.
Thank you, darling.
If y'all got pink on in the chat, let us know. But before then, Sammy is here, but Sammy having a little low budget. And says, okay, you know, everybody have it once in a while.
Every episode, it's one.
There's always somebody. One
day
person got a little low budget. You good, Sammy?
Okay, I can hear y'all now.
All right.
We take turns being low budget.
I like that. I like the little hit of pink you got on.
Listen, Sammy. I did it as quick as I could.
But it's okay. Before we get started, don't forget to hit that like button to like this video, and there's a poll in the chat too. Take that poll because I'm curious to know what y'all think about the little bitch girl. Basically, Nene
reminded me of
revamped. But shout out to Jen for that coming. We're gonna talk about it. Hey Morgan, hey Indigo, I see y'all in the chat. Stella,
hey,
welcome
Morgan.
back, Chastity. I think we missed you last week. I don't remember seeing it last week. I'm not sure. Nushka, who else is here right now? I saw TKC talking about the Teresa show. Here we go, Chad. Oh, Danny, did you see that TKC said that you can be replaced with people yesterday? Did you see that yesterday?
Oh,
I mean, I don't know if he has any power.
I mean, I just, you know, I just have to put it out there. I don't want no fakeness going on over here.
Wait, and who?
It was TKC.
Who?
Hold on one second. Okay. Like I said, like the video, and shout out to everybody that was here for the viewers lean yesterday for Salt Lake City. It was actually a really, really, really good show. I think everybody did really well in terms of like topics. For some people, you know, for those who have been on a panel before, have not been, it was so easy to manage. It was almost better than the damn super lean. I'm just saying. I mean, it was. I mean, I ain't really had no problems. And then if you look at the video right now, it is almost right at 1,000 views. I'm just.
He said he had no problems. We were a problematic cast that day.
Yes, y'all were. Yes, y'all were. TKC said, "I love Danny." Cortez started mess. Don't try to don't backpedal now.
It's okay, TKC. I believe you.
Okay. Oh, Demisio. Hey, Demisio. Okay, so let's talk about this episode, episode 5. So last week they went to the Jersey Shore and they got 2 different houses. Jen has a house, Melissa has a house. And the plan was for them to have this barbecue thing. It's supposed to originally be at Melissa's, but they end up having it at Jen's. But at the end of last week's episode, Teresa, she storms out. She kind of leaves because basically Louis doesn't want to have much of a conversation, or I guess he's privy to what the girls are saying about him or what they're saying. And, you know, she's also trying to protect them. And so I know we ended out last week with saying, do we think it's right or fair or good in any kind of way that she's protecting him? Because just Teresa, if this really is a Teresa show, I mean, clearly he don't know that because he should be ready for whatever's to come. I mean, she went to whole jail on this show. They stopped the show for her. So, I mean, come on, Louis. That's just my opinion. But in this episode, they kind of they pick up with that, with not necessarily her leaving, but they pick up with her leaving. And this is still the same day. The barbecue is still going to happen. And I didn't know if we were going to see Teresa. I thought she was gone. The way she stormed out, she left, at least in my eyes. Did y'all think she was coming back? Or did y'all... Yeah.
Based off last week's, I thought she was going back to her little short house, and that was gonna be it.
Yeah, I thought she was going back.
And I damn sure didn't think she was coming back with Louis.
That too, I was very surprised. So I wonder what happened that we didn't see. You know what I'm saying, behind the cameras or whatever that convinced her to come and to bring Louis, because it does get a little hot for them too.
And they're walking like a bottle, like they just have stopped to get a bottle of liquor.
They did look
a little lit. She just I bought tequila. Like, girl, that's not why you left. You didn't left to go pick up no tequila. But she came in there like with no sweat. So
she did. She came back like nothing ever happened. So cool. I live for it. And then, you know, so the ladies don't know that Teresa left. I mean, Melissa did share the message that Teresa sent to her, which I thought was kind of messy. I'm like, okay, girl.
It was.
One, I didn't understand why Teresa would send that to Melissa, and I don't understand why Melissa would repeat it out loud, but they both don't really have that much loyalty to each other. So it was like, sure. But Jen tells everyone once they get over there that she is, that she basically left, and they're all like, why would she leave? Why would she leave? She should have stayed to defend her man. This is Jackie speaking. And so Melissa, the first thing she says is she's just like, I never thought I would be at, a house at your home, Jen, and this and that. And they show flashbacks of the reunions where I guess Melissa took offense to what Jen was saying about her and her fertility and freezing the eggs. And Jen is like, I didn't know that would offend you. Did y'all?
Come on, Jen.
Jen.
Well, Jen, she said that she tried to make it seem like she just be playing with Melissa, but those were not. That was not fun banter. You were antagonizing that woman, trying to upset her, so you knew what it was going to do.
Okay. And for all you Jen fans out there, I don't know if Chase is watching right now. I'm sure he'll pop in, but that's one instance. Okay, and so then Teresa actually returns. Like they're all there at the little barbecue situation. Teresa shows up. She brings Louis. And the first person to say something is actually Sammy's fave, Tracy. And she's just like, are we going to address the elephant in the room? And Melissa's like, which one? And so Marge is the person that calls out Teresa and is just like, asking her, why did she leave? And, Teresa's just like, if there's anything going on behind my back, I need to know. And Marge is like, nothing's going on behind your back. We're talking about this video. So this is the first instance we see where, Teresa is just like, he ain't got to explain nothing to y'all. And at this point, Louis is trying to talk, but she's like, no, don't say nothing. And he kind of, Marge says that everybody's talking about the video, which is everybody really talking about the video? I feel like it's really just Marge and...
I mean, they talk about it amongst themselves.
Yeah, they're engaging with her. She keeps initiating the conversation, but they're not running from it.
Yeah. Exactly. That's true.
I would say I don't think Dolores has talked about it too much.
Yeah, I would say Dolores hasn't said much about it. She
or Jennifer.
Yeah, she hasn't. I mean, why would she? I mean, think about it. She's trying to be friends. She wants to be good with Trey this season. I mean,
and I will say this about. I'm sorry, Tracy.
Go ahead.
I don't care for her much, but she's definitely earning her place.
You think so?
Even as a friend of the show, I think she's stirring stuff up. We may not like her, but she's stirring stuff up. She's getting stuff going. I don't like her. Yeah.
Do y'all think that Teresa is being super defensive?
She's being hypocritical. I love her, and that's my favorite, but she's being very hypocritical.
She's being both.
I think she's being a little delusional too.
I think she is also. I think she doesn't like whatever explanation Louis is giving for the video. I don't think it makes sense to her either. So she doesn't like it, and she doesn't want to talk about it. She's embarrassed by it herself.
That could be why she's trying to shut him up. She thought she knew he was going to spit out that BS, and clearly we all saw the video. You was not running from no commitment. You was begging that lady to come back. So that's
very true, and that's why when he spoke, I was listening, and I was talking to my boyfriend. I was like, because he don't watch the show. I'm like, that's not what he said in that video. The video, it seemed like it was somebody I think he literally said like, I'm coming home to you or something like that.
Yeah, he was like, I want to make this right. I want to marry you. I want to get my family back.
Yeah, I was like, I'm a little confused there. So.
And my whole thing is that I sit and wonder, when was this video? Like, if it's from the past, I still don't understand why that is an issue. If it's from the past, why is that an issue though?
The video is supposed to be in the summer of 2020, I believe, which would have been like a year in which is the point right when she met, because they filmed this last summer. This season was filmed last summer. And so if it's like exactly a year from then, it will be the point in which he met Teresa or was getting to know Teresa or something like that. I feel like that's the timeline. I could be wrong, but
even if it is, that means we just met. Ain't no commitment. I could have still said that to my ex.
Okay. So Louis, turns to the messenger, because you always go for the messenger. And he's okay, what do you want to know? Like, what do you want to know? And Teresa's like, no, you don't have to say anything. She was like, can I speak? At first she was like, yes. I mean, no. No, you can't speak. And so he's just like, dude, he's like, I get it. You trying to intimidate me. Even on your worst day, you can't intimidate me. And I'm like, ooh, I'm thinking like, okay, is Marge's husband gonna say something? Joe gonna say something? Because I'm just curious. I mean, she is inserting herself in a whole man's thing. So do you think it's wrong that, he fired back at her like that, or no?
I definitely don't think it's wrong for him to defend himself. He did come off when he made that comment. I was like, but I don't think he's wrong for. I mean, you want to talk about it? I'm here. Let's talk about it.
Yeah. Go ahead.
No, and I play back everything. I'm trying to, because I don't like trap mouth on Marge, but I try to play back everything she said, and all she really ever says is she should address the video. It just looks weird. I mean, she really hasn't said too many horrible things. Like,
yeah,
she hasn't said anything bad at all. But I think the fact just because she's talking about it in general.
Teresa doesn't want anybody talking about it. Her stance is, it's his past. Why does it matter? Why does it matter, and why does it matter to y'all? And she made a statement. She was just like, I've been with him a year. You all should be happy with me. I understand that I've been in that place before. It's just like you've been with somebody for a long period of time. I can say if it was like fresh, but it's like years been passed, and a year to some people is nothing. In the gay world, child, that's like 10 years. But I'm just saying, like, to some people, that's not much. But still, I think what she's saying is like, I've been with him a while. Like, why is this an issue? Just be happy. But Teresa, you're on the show and you are the queen.
Yeah,
so I need you to know.
Well, and like Jackie pointed out, you told me to just defend my husband last year. So why aren't you doing? Why aren't you allowing the same?
Yeah, and that's where Teresa becomes a hypocrite.
Right.
Especially because you are on reality TV. So
correct.
She knew damn well as soon as that video hit the internet, she should have been ready.
Well, and to be fair, Teresa was a hypocrite a couple of times.
Always.
Oh yeah.
Always.
So
I love her, but
Teresa gets herself out of the whole fire because she throws in Marge by saying, what she said to Jen, which gets Jen fired up or whatever. And they go back at it again. I'm like, dang, y'all just. Yeah, I mean, I think I asked this last week. Were they gonna be okay? And they already back.
Teresa knew what she did.
Teresa knows what she did, but I mean,
Teresa's
it was smart.
good. Teresa's good at what she does. That's why she's the queen of New Jersey. That's why.
She's the queen, or she just saw easy opportunities to get out the corner. I mean, come on.
No, I think she's the queen because she knows what to do. Because it's also funny how when she came in, she knows they're gonna play back the stuff at the reunion. She still said, "That's not why I didn't leave. That's not why I left." Like, she played in your faces.
Okay. So then it becomes more of a, Marge is saying, you've said nasty things, you've done this, you have dug up dirt on people. And Jen is like, she's never dug up dirt. And they show a clip of basically them saying that she was asked about information about Evan, I believe, last season. So I'm like, okay, Jen. But then they also try to pull in Frank, because Frank that's supposed to be who Marge was talking to last year on, with the conversation about the whole Evan stuff. And so from that point, Melissa gets involved and, they talk about the whole crook comment. And, Jen basically tells him in so many ways, you need to start rolling with the fellas. You need to stop being a little bitch girl. And Melissa doesn't like that. What was you saying? Go ahead, Sammy.
I wasn't saying that. I was listening.
So now I want to ask y'all, do y'all think that Joe be in the women's business?
Yes, Joe wants to be a cat. Joe wants to hold whatever they hold. Joe wants one.
I think that's just Joe's
personality of Peter.
Whatever be same way. Whatever be happening, he's more involved than Melissa more so sometimes.
And I also think with him feeling like my sister is the queen bee of this show,
Well, yeah, I mean he has been involved in some very heavy shit on this show. So I mean he has worked his way to be able to be somewhat. But I wouldn't be in the business with Jen though, because Jen is. She gonna go, the message.
But I will say, in this particular instance, in his defense, she was making remarks towards him. So just like with Louis,
the same with
same with Louis, like you talking about me, so talk to me.
Yeah, and Melissa, rightfully so. I'm gonna say, rightfully so. She got upset. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't. People, if they talk about it later, but they feel like Teresa should have got upset. Teresa was just like, she's on the side not saying nothing, and Melissa gets up. She goes over to Jen, and I thought maybe she was gonna attack her, but I guess getting in her space, Jen grabbed her, and then Melissa's all fired up. I'm like, okay, they're about to fight for real. I mean, she was trying to get to her, do something to her, but at this point, it became more so everybody against Jen, which I really didn't like. And what I'm saying, I'm not even a Jen fan, but it's just like I hate to see people like come down on one person, which I mean, but it didn't require everybody to do that, but it also didn't help that Jen is into it with Melissa, into it with Marge, and Jackie in this moment reverts right on back because I guess Jen kind of sees that Jackie is like kind of siding with them, and she's like, "Oh, you gonna leave now?" And she was like, "Well, just like I heard that you said that my man stuck his dick," and she was like, "Cause he did." I said,
but I so much didn't mind Jen getting ganged up on. What I minded was her husband just letting her get roasted. That was an issue. Hell out of me.
Why do y'all think he didn't do anything or say anything?
He's embarrassed because
he was embarrassed. Him. He was embarrassed. I mean, and what pisses me off with it is because all of this is behind you and your mishaps, and you just let this lady out here just he stood there and literally watched.
That's true. I agree.
She's suffering all over again because of what you did. Like,
what you did, exactly.
If you just stand up and say, "I effing did," the same thing that everybody wants Louis to do, he could do. I effing did it. It's so she accepted it. We're moving on. What's up?
That's so quit antagonizing her about it. Yeah, like he literally left that girl out there to hang. That's what aggravated me, and I'm glad she voiced that to him the next morning because that annoyed the hell out of me.
I didn't like his thing either. It was going to be real. I'm glad in the preview we see something else where it seems like he's not going to tolerate it from the guys.
Yeah,
but
I agree, Arnisha and Chastity. You cannot call my husband, man, whatever, a bitch in front of me. I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm just saying it ain't.
But you gonna know how you gonna know.
It's something gonna happen.
Yeah, but it's always done to the right husband. Cynthia didn't do nothing. Melissa ain't do. It's always done to the right husband.
Yeah, I mean, if you go back to Housewives of Atlanta, Peter was in women's business, and Cynthia did not do anything in that moment. I mean, she waited for somebody else to kind of get her riled up about it. I like that Melissa was immediately mad about it. Like it was like, oh hell no. It took a while for Cynthia for her to be like, oh shit, that was wrong, and then she made her whole storyline into the next season. So
Cynthia knew it was wrong in the moment. She just was
scared to say something because it was Nene.
Well,
and because she probably felt a little bit like Nene was a little bit right.
I mean,
I'm not give a damn.
Do y'all think that they equally have been in like the women's business in terms of like Peter and Joe has one been more than
Peter a little bit more.
Peter worse.
You think Peter was worse?
Peter was definitely worse. Okay. Peter would get to shit that don't got nothing to do with him. I mean, or true. Cynthia. Like Joe, I think when Joe gets involved, it's just general mess. Or Melissa.
Somebody made a comment that basically he was. I think Teresa kind of defended her and was saying that it's because he's like that because of his wife. If it's his wife, he gets involved. She said it like I think like later on when she was talking to Jen. But yeah, come on, Morgan. Honestly, I was here from Melissa too. I thought she ate that scene up. I really did.
I did. Personally.
I think I was like, Melissa then finally came to work today. She then finally came to work. Huh?
I just love later when Joe gets Teresa together.
Yeah, it gets there too. Let me see what else happened. So then, after that, the whole Jackie thing, and I'm like, damn, Jackie, like you just basically proved Dolores right, and Dolores on the side over here, like, come on, Jen, I don't like it. She got it. She got exactly what she wanted. She got Jackie to turn back on her to basically prove kind of that she was right, even though Jackie tries to defend and say that she's shows that she can get over stuff. I'm like, no, Jackie, I think you just kind of proved her right that you really weren't there for Jen.
You know what? But then Jackie also said that Jen started doubling down on the remarks, and I think maybe they edited some things out because they said that everything that Jennifer had apologized for, she started doubling back down on it when they started going at her about it. So that could be another reason why Jackie was like, you know what, bitch, I quit. At least that's what I think.
Chastity says Trey didn't show the family loyalty she's always demanding. I think that comes up too at the actual conversation
when Joe talks to her.
Yeah, when Joe talks to her. But before we get to that, and no, Indigo, this is not Melissa. This is Rihanna. See, it's not Melissa. But so after this happens, they split up. Everybody else goes home, minus Teresa and Jen. Everyone else in Melissa's house, they all leave. They get on the bus, and Melissa just feels like Teresa should have said something. You know what I'm saying? And then at this moment, Teresa sends Melissa a text saying, she will make up for this in the morning. And what does Melissa do? She reads the message out so fast again. And I'm just like, Teresa, stop texting Melissa. Stop, please. Stop.
And that's what aggravates me. Y'all want Teresa to be so loyal to y'all, but every chance y'all get, y'all going and toss her right out under the bus. Y'all just don't do it in a way that she's aware of.
I just don't.
Yeah.
Yes, she did, Antonio. Yes, she did.
Did a whole lot more. Jackie and Melissa are just followers. Those three can't do anything on their own. I had a little hope for Jackie, but I don't know what's going on. Oh, TKC can't be getting physical now.
Well, I'm on her side though a little bit, even though I don't like
Ain't
Jennifer.
that woman a lawyer? They better not touch her.
They better leave her alone. She don't eat like that, so let's leave her alone.
You can't say that.
I'm just saying, she don't be eating like that.
I mean, I get that, Jimmy, but at this stage, he knows what this show is about. Tell your wife to tone it down so you don't be put in these situations either.
Yeah, that's true. I'm going through the comments, catching up from some of the comments. Cynthia waited the whole season. That's very true. She did. She waited the whole season and then made an issue. She let folks get in her ear, but Melissa's real. She like, not my man.
They gave Melissa 15 seconds. Miss Thing was out this seat.
Yeah.
I will say this though, Melissa, even though Melissa doesn't show Teresa the loyalty that, she wants back, that's still Teresa's brother. So I really don't care. Even if you don't like me, Teresa, stick up for your brother. Don't take up for Jen. Take up for your brother.
But I also think we sometimes forget that Joe has not been the best with Teresa either, or their dad when their parents were there, especially when Kathy and Rich were on the show. And Teresa probably still just hang. You know that lady don't let no grudge go.
Yeah, but
so Joe and Melissa, I get what they're saying, but they gotta exhibit it first because they don't do the best job in my opinion.
But she don't give a break. I love Teresa, but it's gonna be a never-ending cycle because none of them exhibit to each other.
Exactly.
I'm looking at some comments. Morgan says Teresa is never loyal to anyone, especially her own brother. And Chase says, Morgan, stop. They are loyal to each other.
That's right. Never mind, Chase. Never mind, Chase.
Right. Chase probably had a little tequila, child. Chase is really Jen. Y'all just don't know it, but it's really Jen. I'm just talking. Just looking at that. Look at the comment. Okay. So then the next day, basically they are separated. It's, the day of the pink party, whatever. But, there are several conversations going on. You got Melissa and Joe, talking about how Bill wasn't there for Jen. Basically, they feel like he is disgusted of Jen. That's Melissa's words, actually. And, at this point, Joe is just like, I don't know why anybody would want to hang with Jen. Tracy basically says that, she says there's a conversation that happened between Teresa and Louis, to where he threatened to leave if he didn't let her speak. I think that's what Tracy said. But I was like, okay. I mean, we didn't see that, so I don't know if they have.
Well, no, Louis did make the comment.
Louis did said, "I'm gonna leave. I got to threaten her with leaving."
She'll never learn if I don't leave. Yeah.
Oh, I missed that part. Okay, I missed that part. Okay. So Melissa did say, "My man." She did. She definitely did.
Whose husband get on my nerves?
Who?
Marge's husband. He's so messy, just like her.
He is a real Peter.
And he be too chill to be so messy.
Yeah, you got to watch him.
But he don't be stepping out in this. It's always he just sit back and make do the mess,
Yeah,
but see later on when they have a dialogue, he gives that's when he give his little
during their pillow
snide remarks later on when it's just him and Marge.
Very much so. Very much so.
You gotta watch him.
Jackie says she's done with Jen, and she tried to find a way to justify her comment about, Bill sticking his dick up in somebody else. We talked about this last week, and I honestly feel like when she said it, I thought she more so was saying it in defense of Jen in a way. But what did y'all think?
I still think so because they played it back again when she was just saying, "I feel more bad for her, not him." And she was like, "What's her husband?" Well, he shouldn't have did it. So she was looking out for Jen, in my opinion.
They went behind Lady back to get on the show and take her down for 3 seasons straight. It's a dub. I'm assuming you talking about Melissa and Joe.
Yes, you're right. Chase is right.
Look at Chase.
I mean, if you think about it, they've never had their own storyline. Their storyline is always arguing with someone.
It's always either intertwined with Teresa or they not paying some type of bill.
Yeah, they never have their own storyline.
Okay. Then you have the conversation with Jen and Teresa, Bill and Louis, and Jen just basically saying like, she says that Melissa charged her, and so that's why she touched her. I mean, that's a very valid statement too, because if someone's charging at me, I'm not gonna let you get me. I'm gonna get up out my seat too if I ain't already.
Especially after I just called your man a bitch.
Yeah, and right, she got up at the right time. I mean,
she knew.
She knew.
It was funny too, because as soon as Melissa got up, Jen got
up fast. That nose said.
But y'all gotta remember, that's not the first time. That's not the first time Melissa walked up on Jen. She did it. Were they at the shore the last time when Jen broke the glass and it flew in Melissa's face, and she walked around the table and ran in Jen's face? So Jen probably had a flashback, like she finna give me this.
Probably did.
She was like, "I don't want nobody messing up my nose. It's already a mess. Please,
my chin.
Don't nobody hurt me. We don't want it. I don't want to get it done again, please." And then, so after that, there's the actual pink party, which is why we got I love pink. It's a little light pink right here. You can't see the pink, And Tracy again, she's talking to I think Tika or somebody this time, and she's like, "Why is Teresa still at Jen's house?" And this is the first question of loyalty. You know what I'm saying? And I can kind of see where this little Tracy and Teresa thing comes from. Mm-hmm. It seems to maybe start right here. But it seems like it gets worse because we're gonna talk about it towards the end. But Jen is not going. Do y'all think Jen should have still went, or do you think she did right by staying at home?
She did right by staying at home.
She did right.
Yeah, because they probably jumped on her again, down immediately crying. And you got Dolores and Melissa. Dolores is explaining to Melissa that she charged her. So when you charge somebody, because Melissa's like, she touched me. And Dolores like, listen, if you charge at me, I'm probably going to do something too. Like, you don't charge nobody. And then Jackie's just like, you don't put your hands on no one. Dolores is like, but weren't you just her friend a week ago? Couldn't wait to throw it out there. Could not wait to throw it out there. But Dolores, like I said, she's moving the way she want to move. And so this is where Joe gets involved, and Joe is just like, why would you want to hang out with her? And Melissa's just like, well, you hang out with Marge, like you talk to her and whatever. And so everyone's getting involved and basically saying that Teresa should not really be hanging out with Jen, should not be over there, should have did more to stand up for Joe, in the sense of Jen calling her brother a bitch or a bitch girl, whatever she said. Go ahead, Dave.
What I'm not a fan of, though, is when somebody brings up a situation to you, like Joe bringing up to Teresa about, not checking Jen for calling him a crook. I don't like when you answer it with another situation. Well, you do this. Address my situation, what I just said, and then, throw yours out. Because you're not answering. It's like, okay, yeah, I know I'm wrong, but you're doing this too.
Yeah.
That's really what it gives. I can't stand when people do that.
I mean, did she have a point though with her defense, or do you think it was like?
I think she did.
You think she had a point?
She may have mentioned it in the wrong spot, but I mean, it'd be one thing if Joe and Melissa were telling Marge, like, I understand your concerns, but that's still our family. So whatever she decides, leave that alone. They're not doing that. They going back and telling them Teresa's text messages and having a little side conversation. So I feel Teresa, you telling me that I didn't defend you, but y'all sitting over here kicking with this girl about my man video.
But then you got to look at what happened first, though. Jen called him a crook first before all that, and no defense. So they probably are doing it because they feel some kind of way. You got to look at it from that angle too.
But see, if you say that, then you just got to keep going backwards and backwards and back and back. And they just bounce back and forth.
Yeah, Jen has done a lot of damage, and I wrongs don't make right, but it's just like Jen.
But that's what they act like. The wrongs do equal out and cancel each other out.
Yeah, no, you gotta go back and address where it started. I think some people like to forget where it started, and that's why it never ends. Because honestly, I think all they want for Jen is text of accountability. You know what I'm saying? I don't really think she is kind of doing that.
Where she goes wrong, she will apologize, and then as soon as she back into it, she's throwing them darts right back out. So it's like, what are you apologizing for?
Yeah,
because she never means the apology. She always says, "I'm apologize if I do it. I'm doing it for you, Teresa." She already says, "I don't mean it. I'm doing it for you."
She just said that.
Yeah.
I do too, Tonio. I love Dolores.
Yeah.
Black
Dolores. And Tracy gets involved again.
And Teresa, I'm telling you.
And Teresa's just like, girl, shut the fuck up. In so many ways.
But yeah, that's why I said she's smart. She going after Teresa. Teresa gonna take the bait. Gonna make Tracy relevant.
Yeah. She's like, if someone called my husband a bitch or something like that, I'm like, all right, Tracy, girl, they've called you worse. Let's not act like that. And him probably, they probably call him every type of thing.
She's just like Marge.
Huh?
She's just like Marge.
To my
Tracy.
We don't know that to be true.
Got him to allegedly.
But yeah, so that was pretty much we summed up the entire episode. It was a really good episode. I just feel like I'm still wondering at what point does Marge and Teresa's issue intensify? What does it get to the point to where Teresa's throwing drinks and glasses and stuff like that? Because I don't know if she just gets fed up. Melissa's done with Jen. She says, all the other girls, Jackie says she's done with Jen. Dolores saying she's still a good friend to Jen. So at this point, Jen has Dolores and she has Teresa on her side. Do y'all think that's enough to get her through the season? Or do y'all think she's gonna make it with somebody else? You think she's gonna end on the season with somebody, like on a good note with somebody else?
I don't. Especially after tonight. Tonight it just seems like it's gonna just go downhill for her.
Yeah, I just we've seen crazier things happen in Housewives history, but
yeah,
I don't see it with this cast. These are all grudge holders, every last one of them.
Very much so, grudge holders. Very much so. I think he said, Peyton says, y'all think Jen and Bill will get divorced in an upcoming season? Oh no, I could if they don't get to the point to where they can stand in their issues and act in, because so for example, y'all said that Bill should be like, we went through this and did this, that's fine. But Jen also has to accept that too. She's still moping around as if it happened yesterday. And so she clearly has, and I'm not saying she can't have any feelings, but she seems to still be holding on to it as if it's still affecting their relationship, and they both need to get to that place, in my opinion.
And I'm glad that they showed on the preview for next week that Dolores is asking her that she still feel like she has some type of emotions. Because I know if I was her, I would have been pissed off tonight watching this episode when Marge leaned on him and was like, "Bill, we got a lot in common." They started laughing about them cheating, and that's not gonna help us get over it. Marge would have started giggling like, "What the fuck is funny about this?"
Marge would have caught one in that moment.
That's what I'm saying. So they were
Yeah, I like Marge, but Marge was a little tacky in this episode. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't too biased for this cast now.
not just this episode.
I ain't too biased for this cast. Yeah, I ain't Chase over here. So, oh Lord, all right, Chase, we know it ain't changing for you, honey. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and send the link for a few callers today, and I want to hear like what y'all think, like some of y'all honest thoughts and opinions on the episode. And of course, before anyone joins on, don't forget to hit that like button. Okay, don't be a hater. I say it all the time. And subscribe if you have not already subscribed. Oh, Chase, get on this call. Since you got all this, get on this call right now.
Don't let him on. He gonna get me.
Nushka said Jen will never divorce Bill because of her culture.
She gonna be like her mama.
I can buy that though.
She gonna be like her mama. She gonna hit 70 years old and be screaming how much she hate the daddy and want to live in two different countries.
Well, hopefully she if it gets to that point or whatever, then she don't she does take the hype, child. Because I know Bill is all right, child. But if you're into that kind of Dracula looking thing, then sure, go ahead. But yeah. Hey, Mel said Jen is basically the Candace of New Jersey, and I love Candace, but Jen in New Jersey would be boring. Yeah, I like Candace, but I don't really care for Jen like that. She cool, but it's something to me about him. All right, let me let one of these callers on, and it is going to be Demetrio, who is outside, literally.
I'm dead.
What's going on, Demetrio?
Nothing. I just wanted to say this exact episode is exactly why I do not like Marge, Troutmouth ass, Melissa, and Jackie. This is exactly why, because it's just like, first of all, I'm gonna start off with Melissa and her fake 5, 6, 7 noses. Okay. First of all, they blame Jen for everything, and it's just like I quite frankly does not blame Jen. I probably would be mad if somebody called my significant other a bitch. I'm not gonna lie. I probably would be mad about that, but at the same time, if I was in Jen's shoes, I probably would have said the same thing. Like, you always acting like a damn bitch in the women's business, because you do. And Melissa, you started with Jen, and I'm glad that they showed the Instagram post, because that's where all of that started from. So it's like, you can't be mad like about that. Like, you insert yourself in the women's business, and then you call a bitch and you're mad about it. That's your fault. You shut the fuck up like the rest of them do and mind your business. You can't be mad about somebody calling you that when you insert yourself in the women's business. When you do that, then you are putting yourself in the line of fire. So either deal with it or be quiet. It's that simple. And it's just like how they blame Jen. I was glad that Dolores said that, because, like, baby, you don't walk up on nobody, okay? Like, if I can reach out and touch you, that means you a little too damn close, okay? And Melissa got that bad always walking up on somebody like she gonna do something and ain't gonna probably bust a damn grape at all. That's what's so funny about it all. And then it's just like, Marge, it's just like, Louis don't owe you no explanation. Like, I do get that he is on the show and all of that, blah, 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 and they want to bring up to everything. It's like, we ain't talking about that no more. That was last year. We talking about you and what you did. Like, that's irrelevant. I mean, yeah, you can bring it up to say that Teresa's been a hypocrite. That is true. But haven't all y'all been hypocrites before? Haven't all y'all did stuff that y'all maybe shouldn't have done or maybe shouldn't have said? But that's in the past. We talking about you. We talking about you and right now. And right now, you in them damn man business. Really, you just trying to take Teresa down. Like, that's really what this is all really about. Like, I feel like if Louis didn't even date Teresa and she was dating somebody else, or if she was still single, Margaret still would be on the same tip that she is on now. Like, she ain't gonna never make up with Teresa or Jen. It's just, I don't see it happening. Like, those are her tokens to keep her on the show, because if she don't beef with Teresa and Jen, who's she gonna beef with? Because let's be real, Margaret is very irrelevant. She ain't like that girl on the show really at all. Like, if it wasn't for Teresa and Jen, like, who would Margaret have to talk about? Danielle gone, Siggy gone. Like, be for real. You laughing, but that's the truth.
But you gotta throw Jen in that too, then, because Jen not really
I think Margaret will figure something out.
Jen is way more relevant than Margaret.
They all just argue in each other's. They all just get in each other's business. All of them.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. It's just like, we talking about you right now, Margaret. Right now, you're the one being a messy bitch going around talking about this damn woman's boyfriend. So yes, she has a right to confront your ass. She absolutely does. It's that simple. And it's just like, it appalls me, the audacity of Joe and Melissa to want Teresa to have they back. Like, why should she? Y'all joined the show to be messy towards her and then switched up on Kathy and them. It's just like, you've been fake since you've been on the show. Like, why would Teresa have your back? You read every single text message that this woman sent you out loud. Didn't even give it time to even resonate. Didn't give it time. Hell, I'm still wondering if she even replied back to the damn text messages.
She did.
I don't think she did. It's probably still us left on red, and that was last summer.
That's the real.
It says red 9:53 p.m.
Okay.
Exactly.
Well, I know Teresa knows she read it now to watch this episode.
Exactly. And it's just like, Joe is a crook. Like, it has been said about him multiple times on the show. So it's just like, and to Jen's defense, Jen don't like y'all. So why would she not talk about him and y'all come for her every damn season? So why would she not bring that up as an insult? Joe is always in the women's business. So therefore, when you come for her, she coming for both of y'all. I mean, yeah, true enough, her husband don't get involved in it and stuff like that, but everybody's husband ain't messy like that. Everybody's husband ain't gonna get involved in women's business. Some men are not like that. But of course, both the Joes are. So that's your fault. That's just my take on all of that. And Tracy is definitely doing a good job. I do agree with that. I do think that she is. I don't understand
I don't
why
like
they didn't
her,
give
but...
her. I mean, yeah, I don't really care for her either. She ain't really gave me nothing to just,
I don't think
kind of boring.
I get it. I guess she's going for Teresa, but I don't think she's going about it the right way. I think she's gonna get her head chopped off. I feel like she should have actually,
exactly, because she's involving herself.
She's gonna get her head chopped off.
That don't got nothing to do with her.
To be going for somebody like that. Teresa, she will pop off, and I don't think Teresa.
And
I don't
Jackie,
think,
and Jackie fake ass. this is exactly why I don't like her either, because it's just like, girl, pick a side. Either you're gonna not like Jen or you're gonna fucking like her. You can't do both. Like, I'm not understanding her angle. We on episode 5, and I'm still trying to get what Jackie is like trying to do here. Like, is she trying to comfort Jen, or are you trying to be an ally to her? It's just like, to me, I don't know. Like,
she's trying to get her back because she know that she was digging dirt. She's trying to get her back. She's trying to.
She didn't have to pick. She never liked Jen. She didn't have to pick.
And what dirt is she digging up? Teresa started that rumor. So, I mean, yes, Jennifer probably did talk about it or ask around about it. I mean, who wouldn't have? They all were talking about it. And it's just mind-boggling to me that still Jackie has not said anything to Margaret when she's the one that started the damn rumor in the first place or made it come to light. Not the other way around. And she still ain't said nothing at all. And then another reason that pissed me off.
I gotta let you go now. Okay. You gave a lot of reasons. I got 2 more callers. Thank you, DVCO. Come on, DVCO, call it from the streets. Literally,
get off his chest.
I thought I was gonna hit by that car. Like DVCO, watch out for that car. Chase? You wrong for this picture though. Go ahead.
I just want to give busted up whore realness. Because Marv is nothing but a busted up whore, and so that's what I'm giving. And for the girls who call me Jen, you know what? Listen, I'll take that because I like Jen. I don't really give a fuck. Demisio made some great points. He actually touched on everything that I wanted to say. You know, when it comes to, you know who that Tracy girl reminds me of? I don't know if you guys watch Orange County, but when Lone Neck Megan came on the scene and was like exposing Vicky and Brooks, like doing a cancer scam and stuff like that, just like all in people's business who she didn't really even fucking know. That's what this new girl giving me. So, new girl, I need you to pipe down because you're giving Lone Neck Megan. Anyway, when it comes to that crook mouth to the side, Jackie with that crook to the side of her mouth like that, you know, listen, I said it when that episode aired, and she was like, well, I understand, and I would like to, you know, be there for Jen. No, you don't, bitch. This is your way to get in, get close to her, and get her back for what you feel like she did to you last season from whatever she's been doing to you, you know, through their back and forth. But she does not like her. She does not see it for her. Yes, Morgan. Oh, but Morgan, honey, you've been in the comments talking about a yang that they've been making no sense. So, but yes, Megan King Edmonds, you have not been making no sense. And oh, Sammy, I want to say, you're looking good tonight, Sammy. Did you get an upgrade on that camera? It's looking good.
Oh, Chase.
So I wish I could see how you were looking. You can't read people.
Chase, you had some drinks, Chase.
Chase,
I just heard my name being summoned. I heard my name being summoned, honey. So I came on up here. I actually do not drink during the week unless I am doing the lean. Thank you very much.
Not you gonna blame that on Cortez.
Child, he blamed it on me. Chase does one show. Okay, so he drinks every day.
I drink every day in preparation for that one show. But no, honestly, you know, I'm going to ride with Teresa. Like, I wouldn't have those hoes back. I mean, if you look throughout the history of the show, they have never historically had her back. And Danny, you did make a great point when you bring up something to someone and they immediately counteract what you've done to them and not acknowledge what your question is or what your issue is or what your point is. But with that, I think it's too far. It's just too much going on between the both of those parties, and I don't think it's ever going to be cool. Mm-hmm. It's going to ever be resolved. And the fact that Teresa was willing to drop it long enough that as she has to be cordial enough with them to complete a reality show is probably all we're going to get. That's about it. She doesn't trust them, and they don't like her. So, I mean, Melissa was going back and forth texting Danielle Staub or emailing Danielle Staub before she got on the show. And that was when Teresa was flipping tables on Danielle and chasing her through restaurants. So if you're willing and that thirsty to hit up your sister-in-law's arch enemy to be on a show behind her back.
And I'm sure your husband knows you're doing it, which is her brother.
And your husband, who is in what? Women's business, like the little bitch boy he is.
She said bitch girl.
Bitch girl.
Oh, well, listen, I didn't want to misgender the man. I don't want to do that. I don't want to misgender him. But, you know, I agree. They hit the nail on the head. I'm firmly riding with Jennifer and Teresa. Dolores is to be determined, but I'm not really liking what she's given this season. It's flip-floppy to me. I don't know what's going on. I don't like it.
Okay.
Anyways, you guys have a great show. The comments are bumping tonight. Hey, Antonio. Keep it going. I know you got another person coming, but you guys are doing great. Everyone and Sammy. All right. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Chase.
Thank you so much, Brother Chase.
You ain't hang up.
Child. You know, Chase come in every once in a while to grace his presence with us, child. Try to give us a little, I guess, pep in our step. But no, so we're coming to here. I appreciate all those that love Jen. You know, sure. So kudos to him. Next person for tonight is Lisa. Hey, Lisa.
Hi there.
What's
Yes.
going on?
Baby, you already know I'm on my girl Jen's side. Oh, Dan, I missed you last night too, boo.
Oh, I wish I was there, baby.
Yes, but you know I'm on my girl Jen's side because I'm gonna tell you like this with him. All of them have her cheating, okay? Because Melissa cheated on Joe, and I do believe Evan was cheating. I really do. Frank said he had some pictures. He knows some. Frank knows some. That's why Jen's husband got up. Did you see me? He already knew what was gonna go down. He got up because he already knew that Jen was saying, well, Frankie told my husband. And that's why Jen's husband got up and went over there. He's ain't getting involved with this. And you know what?
He ran.
Now, I'm gonna tell you like this right here. Only thing I can say, and I will say this: Jan was dead wrong for calling Joe a bitch girl. Even though she was right, she was wrong for it. You know what I'm saying? I don't blame Melissa like that now because you can't talk to my husband like that, okay? You don't talk to nobody husband like that. You want me to talk to Bill like that. But I do understand where James was coming from. But you know, like I've been saying before, I've seen before, Jackie and Melissa ain't number 5, but Melissa always been a follower because even when back in the day when the other Jacqueline was on the show, she was telling she was all up in Jacqueline's face. You know what I'm saying? And kind of say some stuff. So I don't know why Teresa will ever be surprised that by Melissa. I don't know why she'll be surprised about it. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised that Melissa will like go against Teresa.
You
should have been saying, now that's my sister's boyfriend. This stay out of because the only person who always make trouble on the show was Margaret. You only had a problem with the video. What you got a problem with the damn video for? What's the problem with the damn video? I'm not understanding it. I can see if he was right here scoring somebody or something, show something, he was doing something. He out at a man retreat and he doing stuff with men and all of that. What you got a problem with the video for? Girl, go find you something. Them talking about Margaret don't got none. Don't got no storyline. Jack ain't got no storyline, baby. I'm sorry, you got the eating disorder, okay? Okay, that's over and done with, okay? Don't nobody hear about the more this eating disorder. I got eating disorder too, okay? I eat all the time, okay? So you know what I'm saying? You skinny and I'm fat, okay? Let's get to it, okay?
Wait a minute. This thing was left real fast.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, if y'all just go back in the day, Melissa always had a problem with Teresa. And that's what they came on the show for. You know what I'm saying? That's what they came on the show for. They thought they gonna show Melissa, show Teresa, but Teresa had always stand her ground. That's what everybody was talking about. You and Joe. The girl did say on the show, your husband did not pay her. Your husband, the girl did come on the show said that you is a cook, and just like them I said, all them stand for all them damn Instagram posts. I don't blame Jane. So y'all want to go in? Let's go in, baby. I'm gonna go in on y'all motherfucking fake ass bitches. Let's do this. Now, like I said, y'all don't dish it. You guys can't take it, and that's the problem. Them 3 bitches can't. They can dish it. They can't goddamn take it.
Lisa, they is loving you in these comments, baby.
Like that, but I know, but you got something else to do. Love you, Cortez. Love you, Danny. I got
love
you. Chance to know you, Sam.
We love you too, Lisa.
Yes, ma'am.
Lisa said that about stuff like this. So everybody eat.
Lisa said you not. Lisa said no.
She said Jack.
Lisa
Everybody.
me.
Said,
Lisa said you're not
said,
kicking me off.
we all got problems.
Lisa said you're not kicking me off tonight, baby. I'm gonna excuse myself out.
There actually was nobody left to come on, so I was gonna let you go ahead and rant a little more on Lisa, but it's okay. Okay, well, that concludes everything we had to say and all of the callers. Really good episode. Like it was, I would say this New Jersey has really been bringing it. And I feel like we haven't even gotten the best of it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm curious.
It's like this. I'm scared it might be too much if we ain't get the best of it yet, and we're already here.
Well, I'm
loving it.
What I'm praying about, what I believe is that it won't get to the point of like Salt Lake City. I'm sure we won't be touching on anything racial. We won't be talking. It probably will stay within Housewives drama, which is what it should be. Then it going into politics, stuff like that. I mean, that's reality TV, but realistically, we don't watch Housewives for those things. I know I don't, so it just becomes very draining, and that's how you get Salt Lake City and Dallas. So, who is the new Dallas, Salt Lake City? No shame.
Gonna be gone like Dallas, but you know,
very much so. Okay. Any final words, Danny or Sammy, before we lean out? No.
Okay. I will say though, because I was thinking it when Lisa was making her comments about why is Marge so worried. I think this is Marge because we got to remember, Marge is real calculated. She's a very smart girl. She ain't forgot that Teresa, the one who told Danielle to pull that ponytail. So Marge slowly getting her lick back in, but without making it seem like she's intentionally doing it.
Yeah, that's very true.
I agree.
I think I saw a post on Twitter and it was like that. I don't know. Did somebody say that? Somebody said that Marge basically insinuating like Teresa gonna get into Marge's ass this season to where she probably
ain't gonna be able to come back from it.
Right. I did. Yeah, she gonna come back from it. I love Mars, but I would love to see that happen. I don't mind a good villain or somebody being messy, but I love when they get their ass handed to them because it's like, okay, I'm gonna leave that bitch alone.
I love it, but I don't like when it's my two favorite girls going on. That's the part I hate about it.
That's true. That's true.
Pick a side.
But it's gonna be interesting. I think it's gonna be really good to watch. And look at that TKC. Oh, they eat Marge up on Twitter and IG. Of course they are. They are tell y'all eating up in the chat. It's so much trout mouth in the chat.
I'm gonna go join them, TKC, as soon as I get off this call.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go join them on Twitter.
Child, that water pour was iconic, honey. It was, that was a lot of damn water. that was a whole bottle. That's terrible. But nonetheless, we're gonna lean out. Thank y'all for watching tonight. And yes, TKC, Real Housewives of Atlanta is airing on May 1st. So that's good.
We finally got a date?
Yeah, they posted it today. So
did they do a trailer?
No trailer. The trailer is March, so we'll probably get the trailer. I say by the end of this month. Yeah, I say within like the next 3 weeks, we'll get the trailer. I feel for Atlanta. We'll be recapping it, of course. Now they've been filming for a very long time, which makes me believe, and me and Danny talked about this today, that it may not be given what they think it's gonna be given, because that's a lot of time to be filming. I don't know who been filming longer, Atlanta, Real Housewives of Atlanta, or Basketball Wives, but they are still filming, and I'm just like, that does not make me feel at ease. So we'll see about the season when it airs. I think Married to Medicine will also air around that same time too on our Sunday. So we're gonna let Sammy get back to his man, and we're gonna lean out, and y'all have a good rest of y'all.
Baby, he can't wait. He can't wait till
okay. Y'all rest y'all tonight. Make sure y'all like the video. Y'all have a good night. All right. Bye, y'all.